And we're live. Good morning and welcome to Money Matters. My name is Nev and we're broadcasting live every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, depending on how you look at it, only on onedealaway.com. And today we have an incredible episode. As promised yesterday, we're going to go and dive super deep into what's going on in a world of crypto. And as the title itself it says, people that have been paying attention and listening to what I had to say back in March are up almost 200% in only 4 months. It's actually 185% to be exact, but still, on annual basis, we're looking at 5.57x return on your money in the most boring crypto, most boring market we have ever seen when it comes to this particular crypto. But it's not boring what's been happening in the world of crypto. We're going to be talking about all kinds of insane things that are going on today. We're going to be covering about what's going on with Visa and MasterCard, PayPal, some updates over there, some rules and regulations, and how that actually is going to change banking, as I have promised, is going to happen and have been talking for years. Not on this channel because the channel is pretty darn new, but for those that know me, they can definitely tell you that for years I have been saying your bank, the way that you know it, will never look the same. Just give it a little bit of time, a little bit of motion, put in some sort of financial pandemic fiasco thing. Oh, wait, we're actually experiencing that right now. And then stir it, let it sit, let it simmer, and then watch out for things that are going to happen. And that is exactly what is starting to happen here. And if you're not paying attention and you're not watching out on it, well, you then miss out and you don't get to participate in what's happening. So that's all kinds of amazing stuff that we're going to be talking about and covering. We're going to look at the top performers, the bottom performers, the performers, and of course, Ethereum has been rocking it. Congrats if you hold Ethereum and have been paying attention to what I'm saying. So anyways, as you can see, I'm very excited, almost as excited. Maybe I'm just as excited, maybe more, I don't know, as I was when we were talking about real estate, because when there's an ability to make money, to benefit from what's happening around us, I get very excited. And if I'm able to tell you and help you along the way, heck, I'm even more excited. So if you're excited about making money, smash that like button, smash the subscribe. And this is, if they have a surprise button, by all means, hit that too. The bell so you get notified if you're watching this on YouTube. And for everybody watching this live, good morning and welcome. I am excited that you are here. As always, we're going to go into Q&A at the end of the show. So let's do this. And good morning. What a beautiful Sunday this is. Can you believe it's already Sunday? And, tomorrow is back to work for many people, or back to different work for some of us, because some of us work around the clock because we love what we do. And that's me. Yes, I'm referring to myself in plural because, watch out when I get excited. It's almost like there's two of us. So good luck. And I did get a bit of a haircut. It's a short summer look. I don't know that I'm gonna go this short when it comes winter, because let me tell you, it gets breezy around here when this puppy is gone. So I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to some of this stuff. Although, as much as I say that I'm a bit of a wimp, I also end up doing like ice plunges and stuff and cold showers. So I don't know. You let me know what you think. So today we have incredible news, incredible stuff of what's happening, what's going on around the world of crypto. So, first thing I want to do is let's jump in because we have so much to cover. Let's jump in and take a look at what's going on in the coins in the market. And you will notice that yesterday when we talked about Bitcoin, if you will remember, and if you don't, go to YouTube Money Matters channel and watch yesterday's episode where we did talk about this stuff. So when we talked about Bitcoin, Bitcoin was about 9,100, right? Remember 9,200. Then that was like last week. Then it was about 95, 9,600. This morning when I checked it, we were over 10,000. So we were about 10,100 something. It has come down a little bit since then. We can probably refresh and see, where we are right now. Yeah, so it has definitely come down since we checked it last time, but it definitely pumped. Ethereum up over $300. It was in like mid 200s for a very, very long time. As you can see, the top 10 is definitely starting to wake up, move, and shake. I'm not looking at Tether because it's supposed to be a dollar. Anyways, it did go up to 1.02, I want to say, earlier this morning. But now we're back down to a dollar. XRP is it was at about 22 cents. So I can see everything is kind of calming down. So some sort of something happened overnight, clearly. And it's slowly calming down but we're still seeing insane gains. I mean, 9% for Ethereum. Where's the other one that I saw that it was 9%? Cardano, 9%. So we can definitely see, and this is the top market. So this is the most saturated, even though we're not at all whatsoever. All right, let's take a look at the what's been happening in the top gainer and that kind of stuff. Elrond is winning at this point. I guess if it was a race, it would be winning, up 13%. Nexo 11, Cardano and Ethereum at 9, Ampliford 8.5, ABBC 6.8, Status 6, Monero almost 5%, XRP 4.75, CryptoCoin 4.5. So as you can see, a lot of coins are in the green. And if we go and change it, take a look at who's been sort of dumping. Aave is actually down. Bancor, Kava, Swipe, Flexicoin, Isaac, iExec, RLC, Loopring, Synthetics, Augur, Band Protocol, Algorand, Icon, Verge. So you can see uh, uh, um, all of these DeFi coins that have been pumping like crazy are actually starting to like chillax a little bit. So while they're actually going down, and all of the ones that we have named, I mean, everything is they have gone negative more than 5%, and you can see that Kyber Network is there, as is Waves and Ren and Aurora and 0x, and so there's a bunch of these coins that have dumped significantly, but that might not mean that they're necessarily bad projects or products. And so it just might mean that it's a little bit better price of what you can get right now. So again, I don't think it's a bad thing at all, at all, at all. I just think it's a matter of, things have pumped way too much. And this is sort of that educational component that I always want to bring to you, but also to myself, to remind myself, never chase when things go up, right? It will go up when it shoots on straight up. It has to come down. You wait for it. You wait for it. Remember, we talked about that boat, cup, smiley face, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it, but you want to wait for that stuff when it kind of consolidates and stuff, because that's what gives it way more power to actually appreciate and give that sort of bump. And we're going to talk about some of those bumps that are happening. But before we do that, I do want to talk about a brief news about the stimulus check and unemployment benefits. And I know we're talking about crypto today. I promise we will talk about it. But this affects so many people, well over 32 million people, that not talking about it when I do have information, I would find that to be very irresponsible. So for that, let's jump in very quickly, take a look at that stuff, and then we'll continue talking about crypto. So unemployment payments could be delayed up to 20 weeks under the current proposal. What? Nobody saw that one coming up. No, 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 no. Remember, I told you, they jump in, they're super fast, and then they're super slow. Um, a proposal floated by the White House and some Republicans would tie unemployment payouts to roughly 70% of workers' previous wage in the next coronavirus stimulus bill could delay jobless benefits by up to 20 weeks, a new memo reported by NPR shows. And we talked about the fact that this is what was being proposed, right? But there's a problem, systematic problem, because nobody's ready to do this. Nobody's ready to do this. And so what they're basically saying is that Department of Labor told Congress in May, this was in May, and it strongly opposed tying jobless benefits to previous wages because states would find it exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, to implement. Because what ends up having to happen, right? Well, you have to verify somebody's wages, so that means you got to pull in the current tax returns and stuff, which we don't do that. We do that once a year, unless you're a business, at which point you do it on a quarterly basis and that kind of stuff. But most employees don't do that on a regular basis. So now it would require kind of connecting that and verifying. Because if I tell you that I'm making 20,000 a month, are you just going to take my word for it and pay me? No, they're going to have to verify. So that means they have to get some sort of paperwork. Then they have to go into these super old machines that don't do stuff, right? And try to code it with programmers that don't exist to code it, because it's all built in this like old network and stuff. So it's not working. It's cumbersome and it's not working. And so what their idea itself is good idea, implementation not going to happen, right? And so we'll see kind of how this rolls out. On Friday, so 2 days ago, Senator Major, Senior, whatever, Mitch McConnell, let's go with that, suggested it could take a few weeks for Congress to pass a stimulus bill, right? So they're ready to roll something out. I believe that the news said tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. Originally they said Thursday, then they rolled it into Monday. So we'll see if it shows up. But even then, right, like when they decide what they want to do, then it has to go to the Congress, and they're saying it's going to take weeks. And so if it takes weeks, that means, remember, they go on vacation, number 2 or 3. Well, number 2 for summer, but this is number 3 under the pandemic, current economic blow up of everything. This will be their 3rd vacation. Must be lovely to keep on getting paid, not do much of anything, and yeah. So that's kind of where we are, right? That's kind of where we are and what's been going on in this insano world of ours that we are all living in. So unfortunately, those that have not been paying attention to what's going on and have been relying on the government, saying they will always come in and save us, they will always come in and protect us, they will always take care of us. I have pension, I have benefits, I have a safe, secure job, government will pay me. Folks, no such thing as safe, secure job. No such thing as, guarantee. No such thing as, guaranteed payout or pension or any of that stuff. And no, the government is not going to be there for you to protect you. So it's time to wake up, smell the coffee, smell the roses if they're around as well. And then let's get busy. Let's get busy learning how to actually improve our financial picture. And you can do that for free right here on Money Matters live every morning at 7 a.m. And if you don't want to wake up early to watch it, then heck, you can watch it at your own leisure on YouTube. But watch it anyways. Share it with friends and family. Hit the like button right away so we can get that algos to like spread out the news and help more people out, because people need help in order to make money. We want to make sure that people can make money in a very, very big way so that we don't have to rely on a job, on another party, on the government, on the economy, on the market moving up, on the market moving down, so that we can make money regardless and become sovereign individuals. One of those ways is, of course, by investing in what I like to call real assets. And for me, those are physical assets such as silver, gold, real estate, and of course, digital assets that I still believe are very, very real. It's just that you can't see the digits in the computer. But I assure you, it is a very real thing that many people are working on, and it has a potential, and it will, I am convinced, it will change complete financial picture around the world, and more companies, businesses, investors are coming back around. Remember back in 2017, 18, when Bitcoin went ballistic and we went from like, I don't know, $1,000 to like 20,000 in only a few months, and it was going nutso. And then, of course, they started to crash. And then, of course, in 2018, Visa, MasterCard, especially Visa, were like, absolutely not. We're shutting everything down. I mean, I remember I caught myself. I'm like, what the heck? Like, what do I do now? So, of course, I had to link my bank account and hot mess. Hot mess. But, here is the news. Visa turning corner. Visa turning corner, and it reveals plans to offer Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple payments. So there you go. That's an interesting one. Visa acknowledges that the advent of Bitcoin and stablecoins such as Tether are a form of financial innovation that has brought benefits to consumers and merchants. Hi, Visa. Good morning. Yeah. They are definitely waking up, y'all. They're definitely waking up. And so this is very exciting. Working with regulated entities, including Coinbase and Fold, to create a bridge between digital currencies and its payment network. Users of these services can use their funds in cryptocurrencies to spend them with Visa cards or a prepaid credential. Now, Visa Direct product allows customers to make faster payments with cryptocurrencies that can be added to their Visa credentials in real time. This is huge. This basically means that folks that are starting to earn crypto, and more people are going to start earning crypto, right? Whether through investment or just as a merchant in the crypto space, they're going to start making more and more money. And, there are cases opening left, right, and sideways for you to be able to conduct business. I know for me right now on onedealaway.com, we do actually accept crypto. I know for my real estate, I do accept crypto. So, I always joke there's multiple ways you can pay me. It doesn't have to be a US dollar. As a matter of fact, sometimes I prefer not to get paid in a US dollar. Nothing against it. I still think it's one of the prettiest currencies amongst the sea of really bad ones. But I am very, very, very open to different payment methods whatsoever. Expansion into the crypto payments involved an investment to Anchorage. This investment is aimed to developing a secure infrastructure for the crypto system. And Visa said it is working with legislatures and global organizations to shape the dialogue and understanding of cryptocurrencies. So they have turned a corner for sure, right? Hydration. They had turned a corner for sure because way back when, they were going around and yelling and screaming and saying, no, 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 this is crud, don't believe them. It's a myth. It's meant, it's a scam. You will never go anywhere. You'll never get any far. And we're trying left, right, and sideways to scare the population. And part of it is because they didn't understand it. Part of it is because I think they understood it and were petrified of what does that mean for traditional finance. And if it's the latter, that's highly unethical. But, in business, as they say, in war, love, and business, just about everything is okay and everything is acceptable. So, and you can see that it's not just Visa. It's Visa, MasterCard, PayPal are gearing up to drive the next wave of Bitcoin and crypto development adoption. And may I say, bull market, because I will explain how and why. But I do want to share something, one of the things that was kind of interesting. We believe that digital currencies have a potential to extend the value of digital payments to a greater number of people and places. As such, we want to help shape and support the role they play in the future of money. I don't know that they're they're not necessarily about this ooh, we just want to make you feel good and help you out. No, they are realizing that this is a real thing. It has ability and potential to explode and make them a ton of money. That's why they're doing it. They are for-profit corporation. They are doing it for money, not because they're trying to be cute. Visa quoted its founder, Dee Hock, who gave a speech in 1996 explaining why he created Visa. Remember, I always talk about the fact that, people always look at cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and let's not even talk about DeFi. Let's just focus on the two largest ones, right? The grandpas of the Bitcoin of the crypto, right? even though they're only like what 11 years old. um, but people always talk about, well, it's uncertain, da, 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 and I always say, remember Visa, MasterCard. They were like, of course, yeah, like you just swipe. I said, at some point, that was a brand new technology. And when that developed, nobody trusted it. Nobody believed in it. People were scared of it. It was nearly impossible to use it because the systems didn't necessarily align. They didn't exist. We didn't have this like, touch thing or swipe thing and stuff. You would get a card and there was this like giant metal box thing. And then you would put the card down on that. And then you would put this carbon paper and you go, Basically, you were printing the card information and everything had to be printed up on top. Now we get these like flat cards and stuff. They don't even have to have anything printed. I mean, it's nice to have it when you're doing stuff over the phone or the computer, but at some point in the future, we're not even going to do that. It's just going to be your, private keys, crypto keys, and that's how everything is going to happen. So it's all going to communicate directly, right? But that's kind of how you to do it. Then the merchant would take that piece of paper, right? You would get a copy, they get two copies, then they would mail a copy over to the bank. Then the bank would go in and enter all of that stuff manually into their like mainframe computers. Then they would wait and that, and then send it over to the bank that they're receiving it from. Then the bank they're receiving it from was actually, I mean, it would take like 2 weeks for the money to transfer with that credit card. It was operating as quickly as a check. And so it was just kind of fun to use it because you didn't have to write anything, but you still had to, like, it was a process. It was definitely a process. And I remember it vividly. Now, let's take a look what the founder of Visa had to say in 1996. Remember? Ready? Go. Money is nothing but alphanumeric data, and it would become alphanumeric data not in paper form, but in the form of arranged electrons and photons. And they would have to move around the world at the speed of light by indefinitely diverse paths through the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Wow. Sound familiar, y'all? Sound familiar? So, anyways, Visa is in. MasterCard said it's extending its cryptocurrency program to make it faster for companies in the space to issue their own payment cards, signing a deal with London-based Wirex, making it the first native cryptocurrency platform to gain principal membership and allowing Wirex to directly issue cards on MasterCard network. This is huge. This avoids some of those third-party companies that you had to work with. So if I wanted to issue my own cards, I would have to use something like Wirecard or whatever. That, remember, we had the whole fiasco happening with them. And if you don't, you can definitely look it up online if you don't know what I'm talking about, right? And then they would connect with the MasterCard or Visa network, and then I could do the cards. And so now MasterCard is going, wait a minute, why would I do that? I could just be direct and call it a day. And this is huge, and it's very, very, very important. And finally, we have PayPal. PayPal is reportedly poised to begin offering cryptocurrency purchases to its 325 million users, potentially joining the likes of popular payment services such as Cash App, Square, and Robinhood. And so talking about PayPal, I actually have additional news about PayPal. And PayPal is going to pick Paxos, allegedly, to start building their own stuff. Hold on, I gotta lower the temperature because it's hot as heck here. Yes, it's early morning. I gotta get my AC even lower because I am dying of heat stroke here. While you wait, literally like I don't know, 10 seconds. Do some squats, push-ups, light yoga poses, stretches, whatever you gotta do, or just run over and grab more coffee, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. I had to lower it because I'm like, it's really warm in here, and it's only like 7:26 in the morning here on my end. So it's gonna be a scorcher of a day, and we're actually expected to get like 100 degrees, 100 degrees in New England. I mean, 100 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. It's an everyday occurrence, but 100 degrees, and then you add humidity. Whoo, boy. I mean, yeah. Yeah, 2020 is definitely set up to be the most interesting year ever. I know it's definitely going to be the most interesting and memorable year in my lifetime. Some good, some bad, but definitely very, very memorable. All right, let's continue about the PayPal. So they're planning to bring crypto trading to its massive user base, and they have chosen Paxos. A formal announcement of the PayPal relationship could be come as soon as this week, this coming week, right? Once we're set. It is not clear exactly which cryptocurrencies PayPal intend to offer, and Paxos decided to comment on this story. However, it is one of those things that is very interesting for you to understand of what's going on. And then I guess PayPal, Venmo rolling out crypto buying and selling, right? So that's interesting. The new Paxos brokerage, an API-based solution for making crypto services easy for businesses to roll out, allows cryptocurrency buying, selling, holding, and sending capabilities while handling all regulatory compliance aspects. So this is actually quite huge because when they're going to handle all regulation and all you got to do is use API to implement. Hello, do you know how easy it makes it? And if you're thinking that PayPal is the only one that is going to do it, no, folks. People are going to start switching over, and everything is moving slow until it moves fast. And when it moves fast, it is going to be at lightning speed. And when that happens, when they create all of these gateways and entry points and simplify things, where click of a button, this, that, and the other thing, where you don't have to register for anything special because you've already registered, right? You already registered with your bank, you already registered with PayPal, you already registered for all these different things. Now they have everything anyways, and they just roll out the blockchain, and boom, that puppy is going to explode. So if you're not in it right now, ready for the upcoming bull run, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know if you're waiting for Bitcoin to be at $100,000 or $200,000 for you to jump in, because at that point they'll probably come back down because before it picks back on up. But it's insane. It's insane. So I think it's definitely an interesting piece for you to pay attention to what's happening and what's going on in the world. Because here is the thing. Here is the thing. Let me share something with you. All right. So right here you can actually see this is the Bitcoin chart, right? And I'm using Coin Market Cap, so you can verify all of this stuff that I'm not making anything up. So here is March, right? Where is my March thing? And you can see that the price, I'm going to leave it like this, price is 4,600. Where's the one that it was? Let me see if we could do this. Hold on. I want to try to see. There we go. I want to try to zoom in basically to March. And up here, it only gives me 3 months or 1 year, and I don't need either one. I need 4 months. Okay. Where's my little bottom? Bottom, bottom. Okay. Let's see. 4,700. Didn't this thing hit 3,000, 3,500? And let's zoom a little bit more. Hold on. Thank you for your patience here with me. Oh, folks, I didn't realize I could go in here and change the dates. I nev. Nev. Uh, 2019. No, 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 no. Why is it backwards? Why is it backwards? Okay. This is going to be 3, and let's put it 0, 1. Let's see if it does anything. Apparently, it does not like 1st of March, but it does like 28th of April. All right, fine. I'll live with it. Okay, so I lied. I lied. I thought that I could have sworn that the price of Bitcoin dipped down to below 4,000. I mean, clearly I'm making it up because we have a chart right here, and as you can see, there's no such thing as. Come on. Uh, Wait for it. Oh my gosh, this is silly. This is silly. All right. 330. All right, let's see if we can do this because this is quite ridiculous. This is quite ridiculous. All right, the market cap dipped. Okay, sorry. So we were okay. The bottom was at 4,400, right? 4,474, right? So if you were actually going in and taking a look when it all kind of crashed, right? Or if we were even to zoom out, and you ended up buying there, right? When things, oh, if I just do this, what will it do? What will it do? Oh my gosh, come on. Work with me here. All right. My apologies about this. But what I was trying to explain here to you and trying to show it in the chart, and then I got stuck, as you can clearly see, is that when we were down here, which was in March and April of this year, right, and we were down in like the $4,000 level. If you were purchasing there on the dip and going in and kind of waiting in to see what happens, you would have done phenomenally well. I mean, we are looking at what you are going from. What do we say? 4,400, right? Let's call it 4,500. So, and we hit 10,000 now, right? So 10,000, 4,500. Let's call it 4,500 even. That means you have gained $5,500. And if you take that over your 4,500, 122%. 122% gain in just 4 months. You divide that by 4, multiply it by 12, and you're looking at 367% return on your money. So that's almost 4x return annual yield. This is one of those things that is kind of powerful and important to pay attention to when we're looking to invest. And of course, I understand that you can't time the market. Nobody knows where exactly the bottom is, where exactly the top is. Nobody knows exactly how that is going to play out. I get that component. But what I'm saying is that if you are positioning yourself correctly in the places and times where people are starting to kind of come in and starting to pile in, and you're starting to see, well, wait a minute, the government is, the government is shutting everybody down. The entire world is closing down and shutting down. They're starting to print money like crazy. What could this potentially mean? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I could get into something that people are going to want to get into because they're all trying to exit one thing. You don't want to exit the same thing when everybody exits. You don't want to enter the same thing that everybody enters. You want to exit before everybody and enter before everybody, because if you're able to do that, you're able to enter at a much lower price and then wait for the crowd to come in, because as I like to say, it's kind of like the giant wave. It just lifts you right on up, right? So wherever you are, people come in behind you, they raise that asset price, and you're able to make more money. When you exit before everybody else, now you're sitting up here pretty, right? And before everybody exits, you just leave. They leave, prices come down, you can come right back in and ride the next wave up. It is very much like surfing. And here we are, right here, looking at Bitcoin, because it has done wonderfully and it has been performing. And excuse me, I can't do it right here because I am in CoinMarketCap and they don't do this stuff. But if you go to something like TradingView or something like that, you can actually chart and you'll be able to see a beautiful triangle pattern when it comes to Bitcoin. And I have been talking about the triangle pattern for a while, even on this channel. I have talked about it in my absolutely free course, 100% free, only on one deal away. It's Crypto 101. In case you don't know much about crypto, you can go in, sign up. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. There's like 50 some modules teaching you everything about it, including some of the fundamental and technical analysis, including talking about the triangle that I'm going to talk about in just a moment here, right now, right today. But you're going to be able to understand it even better, and also be able to understand, what are wallets, how do they work, what is all this thing, so that you don't get caught into hype. Because you shouldn't be getting excited because I'm excited. You should get excited because you spent time learning, understanding how this works, and you got excited for your own reasons, not right? So you don't want to just take my word or anybody else's word on anybody's channel, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or their own personal one, on TikTok, Twitter, whatever. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to blindly rush into something. You want to spend time learning, then thinking for yourself, then getting excited because you yourself are starting to understand and see the future, right? And until you do that, you do not jump in financially. Yes, I think everybody should invest in crypto, at least a small portfolio, not a financial advice in any way, shape, or form, but it's just my personal belief, right? Because I so believe that this brand new, it's not even asset class, it's like brand new financial world that is opening up for us, right? Uh, um, is coming our way, and there's no way to stop it whatsoever because it is here. Technology is not going away. I know people are saying, "Well, what if internet goes down?" We've had it for all this time. You're banking online. You're doing everything online. So you think your money is not online already? Clearly you don't understand finance and banking. Okay, everything is online and internet is not going anywhere. Okay. Oh, what if electricity goes off everywhere? Well, if electricity dies off everywhere around the world, we're going to have much bigger problems than worrying about your $100 bill locked up in some sort of Bitcoin account. Okay, so there's that piece as well. What if the government shut it down? Well, you know what, governments can come and repossess your property. They can come down and shut down your business. They can come down and say, this US dollar bill is no longer valid. We're using this US dollar bill. We're changing everything. They can repossess your gold. They can do all kinds of stuff. So your excuses and all this crud that you're hearing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just people's fears, and they're trying to come up with 10,000 different things, right? And people are like, no, with the gold, I can bury it in my backyard. And well, go for it. But if the government wants, they can repossess that as well, right? And there are benefits about having gold because it's been there for forever and people trust it. So yeah, sure, go for it, right? But there's also things when it comes to crypto because it's digital. I can have my wallet right here. I don't even have to have a wallet, right? It could live somewhere, who knows where, right? It's all on a blockchain. I can just memorize my little seed words, right? And go in and any computer anywhere around the world, secure it a little bit, and boom, you can go in and access your money. So, folks, and the nice part is that you can, then traverse the globe with, trillions of dollars in your pocket, so to speak, or your head, if you want, whereas you can't do it with fiat. You can't do that stuff with gold. So those are some of the things that are kind of downside for that stuff. So, before you go in and start thinking they're going to shut everything down, government has an ability to shut down everything. I mean, for crying out loud, they shut the world down, right? They locked everybody around the globe. So yes, they can do just about anything, okay? But at the same time, it's silly. It's silly to not participate in something that can change your life forever for fear. And I'm not saying put all of the money. Like I said, not a financial advice, just the way that I think about it. But anyways, if you want to learn more about crypto and that kind of stuff, you're a complete newbie, don't understand it. It is absolutely 100% free course. All you got to do is basically, put it in your basket, go out, check out, you register and you log in, and boom, you have all of the courses coming right in. And that's what we explain this whole triangle piece. But speaking of the triangle piece, I do have news that are going to be very exciting for you. And I don't know if you know this guy, but this is Peter Brand, and he's known as one of the investors, right? And he is very, very excited about Bitcoin specifically. Veteran trader Peter Brand points out that a massive symmetrical triangle might indicate that Bitcoin is ready to conquer new all-time highs. He is still basically saying that he expects that it could be reaching $50,000. Based off of my sort of very brief analysis, I'm thinking easily 87,000 in the next bull run, but it could be over 100. So we'll see. It will definitely be very interesting of what could happen. None of us know for sure. Everything is sort of a guess. It's an educated guess, but a guess anyways. So we don't know, right? We don't know. We don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow. Probably not. Or 3 years from now, potentially could. A symmetrical triangle is formed when two trend lines are converging, basically coming together. In most cases, it resolves with a convincing breakout close to the apex. So when they basically touch, right, and it's sideways, but it's easier for me to do it this way. I guess I could do it this way, right? When they basically touch, it only can go one of two ways: straight on up, and it's going to be explosive move, or straight on down, explosive move. One prerequisite for it to go straight on up is that it has to be preceded by a strong bull trend. So you have to kind of go chugga, chugga, chugga. Have we been going chugga, chugga, chugga? I don't know. Let's find out. So let's take a look at 1 year. Okay. And as you can see, we are doing a little bit of the sideways movement. If we go out, and let's take it a little bit further out. So I'm looking at, what, May to 2018 till July 2020, and it's taken a moment. And as you can see, it is on the bullish end, right? And the bullish end, if you're wondering kind of how that works, is you're looking for higher highs and higher lows. Highs are up here, lows are here. So you want to see, is this higher than this? If yes, then lows are high, you're getting higher highs. Is this, higher than this? Yes, then you're getting higher lows and higher highs. That is a definition of the bull market, of kind of things moving on up, right? So he's kind of talking about this piece. Now, here's what he's saying. As time goes on and we start to challenge this upper line, especially if we take out the heights that we've made back in June, then we've completed a symmetrical triangle, and we can really start accelerating the bull trend in Bitcoin. And here is the piece, and this is 2018, right, when we hit the top of it. And and then we have this triangle of kind of, we went down, we've completed this consolidation piece, kind of went on up, went back down, went on up, right? We're doing this stuff, and it's starting to narrow down, so the movements are basically not moving. And remember, over the past few weeks, we've been talking about and taking a look at what's going on when it comes to the top 10, right? And we've seen basically a snoozing market. It would be, up 0.01%, which is nothing, right? It didn't move. Or it would be down 0.01%. Again, nothing. So it's been going very much sideways for a while now, which is that whole component right here that is closing on this triangle. And you see the movements up and down and stuff, but it's not as volatile as it is up here, right? It's actually going up and down. And so you have the channels that is trading in, then it kind of hits. If it bounces up, it will go back up. If it bounces, it will come back down. And so it kind of uses that stuff. And a lot of this stuff is technical analysis right now that you're learning of kind of how do you trade the stuff in these channels, and kind of how does that work. So there you go. It's still very, very interesting. And I think it's definitely getting ready for the next move on up. And this is not just for Bitcoin. I think Ethereum is doing the same thing. Ethereum has been performing fabulously. Over 10% in 24-hour period. So we've definitely broken 300. We've broken 10,000 for Bitcoin. We've been struggling to break 10,000. We kind of hit it, bounced back down. We've hit it. We didn't necessarily continue out. We're bouncing back down. So we might see a little bit of a down movement, and then it's going to be exciting to kind of see what ends up happening on the movement piece. Final piece, I have so many things to talk about. Final pieces, a couple of pieces that I want to share with you is ESPN is planning to launch an online gaming platform with Bitcoin payments. So they're going to actually, as you can see, they're going to go in and start creating the Bitcoin payments so that you can go and gamble with your Bitcoin. Not only fiat, but now you can gamble with the Bitcoin. So that's an interesting piece that I wanted to share with you. The other one that is very, very interesting and incredibly bullish is that you might have heard that the banks, that the Office of the Controller of the Currency had written a letter basically stating that U.S. banks may provide crypto custody, right? And so there is a Wyoming-based Avanti bank to open in October with a new bank-issued digital asset. This is exciting. This is very, very exciting. So the crypto, excuse me, the crypto-friendly bank announced Thursday its application was accepted by the Wyoming Division of Banking on July 15th. Avanti revealed its plan to issue Avid, a programmable digital asset that can only be issued by banks and will be treated as a cash equivalent. I keep telling you, digital money is coming. Why is nobody listening? Why is nobody listening? But that's okay because everybody that is here early now is going to benefit a huge deal. Again, not a financial advice, just the way how I feel about the whole thing. And as you can see, I'm very, very bullish. I'm very, very certain. If Avanti's charter application is approved in October, the bank will be only financial institution capable of issuing Avid. The currency would be 100% backed by a reserve liquid of traditional U.S. assets. And that is huge. And the bank is basically saying it does require the reserve on all its assets and it custodies. So they're going to basically custody digital stuff. The bank also claims Abbott will not have the legal, accounting, or tax issues associated with stablecoins. This is huge. So they're basically, Abbott is going to be a competitor to think like Tether that is having some challenges and issues, but now it's going to be issued by a bank that is given a license to issue it by a state that gives it its powers and gets its powers from the Fed. So as you can see, folks, this is coming, this is developing, and we only need one or two to start, and eventually it will pick on up. And there were many places where they were saying, oh, don't expect that the banks are going to offer crypto custody services. They're not going to jumping in, and they might not. What we're going to see is that some of the smaller banks in states and cities where they have ability to do that stuff absolutely will, and then the rest will follow. And if you don't think the Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase and that kind of stuff are looking at crypto, you have another thing coming. You clearly are not reading and understanding. They are watching it, they are playing with it, they're just not ready to reveal it quite yet. And I think that that is very, very, very important. We do have all kinds of additional news that is happening. As you can see, it's very, very exciting, very, very bullish. And I mean, here you go, another piece of news. DC federal court states that Bitcoin is a form of money. So we have the confirmation from the federal court saying cryptocurrency is a form of money and can be and should be regulated as money. Then you have a bank that is going to issue a digital assets and provide the custodian accounts. Then you have the Bitcoin movement. Then you have the stimulus checks and all of the problems with the current system. Do you see where this is going? Okay? Hopefully you're saying yes. And if you're saying yes, smash that like button right now as a sort of proclamation of like, yes. Do also make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button as well, and make sure you join me tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. only on onedealaway.com. Until then, stay forever money blessed, and remember, you are only one deal away.